Howdy friendos, Crazy Jason here, and welcome to my movie adventure. Tonight I'm doing a little something different, little out of the norm, but I still consider it to be a movie adventure because I am living the movie lifestyle here at the office complex where I'm waiting on John to show up, and we are going to a screening of Blair Witch. That's right. I have some misgivings. On the other hand, I have shirked the mistress of cinema for the past year, and I'm feeling very sinful. I need to go to the movie theater, even though, friends, I have some things I need to get off my chest concerning the movie theater of today. It's not the movie theater of my youth, or even of my yesteryear, or even of 5 years ago. Up till about 4 or 5 years ago, you could still see a movie that was projected film. It was shot on film. It was projected film. Nowadays, people don't make movies; they make videos, and then it's digitally projected. And somebody's got to do the settings. And sometimes I think that it's just some kid, and they don't really give a shit if it looks all washed out. Then again, I've got a feeling that there's some very specific instructions for the settings. Like each little knob and number and button is very specific, and it's probably codenamed baby food, so as not to upset. There's John. Now I can stop babbling. Speaking of Mr. Hollywood,
it's Tom Cruise, everybody.
All right, I've been bitching and moaning about digital cinema.
Okay.
And movies shot on video.
Yeah.
And how we're going to
watch this. Is this a sequel or remake? I don't know what it is.
It's a sequel, actually.
It's a larger budgeted movie. It's going to take away all the charm of the original.
What are those notes?
These are.
Those are the passes.
Yeah, the passes.
The secret passes.
Yeah.
You know what made me? You know why I came? Initially, I called them and I said, I don't want to go to see this junk. But you made me feel guilty. I was just telling them that I've shirked the mistress of cinema all year long, and I've got to go. And you told me not only is it free,
it's free. There might be T-shirts.
T-shirts was a consideration, but none of that mattered to me.
No.
It was when you said, "Man, this is the kind of thing that I would think you would want to see." You would kind of movie that you would kind of, and that kind of made me feel bad on the inside.
That's what I think of you.
Because I like Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, which is a piece of shit movie.
Garbage.
Yeah, and I love it. And if I had just listened to the critics that it was garbage and never watched it, I never would have discovered one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies.
But now the critics are saying this is good, which intrigues me because I feel like it's going to be mediocrity. And they're scared to say it's bad.
It's going to be middling. What are you really thinking about this movie we're about to go see, man?
I'm thinking, had the showtime been canceled, had my car broke down, had a meteorite hit planet Earth,
all that would have been better.
I would have been fine with all that. And now it feels like a chore to go watch a high-budget POV found footage movie. The worst type of movie, in my opinion. Just no rewatchability. They make me nauseous. It's not like watching a real movie. It's like shake that around for a little bit. Shake that around. Oh my God!
This is fun to watch, right, guys?
Yeah, for 2 hours. And you pay $9 to do that. But today, you know what? Be honest, the only reason we're going to this is because it was free.
Right.
It is a day early. And we're pulling into the gas station because I need to get need something meaty, man.
I know what you're going to get.
I want a meaty Sour Patch Kid. Does that sound weird?
Just one little tiny one, or do you want a large?
Multiples.
The bunch of meat that you can just pop in your mouth?
That
doesn't sound good at all. I'm cutting this. Do you feel a little uncomfortable right now?
I know that guy. He's still looking back. I want to get I either want peanuts. If anyone asks, we're shooting a documentary about the life of a sociopath.
What are you feeling right now? Nothing. How are you feeling now?
Nothing. Emptiness. She just put her cigarette on top of her tire. She put her cigarette on top of her tire so she didn't have to walk in with it, but she can get it when she comes out.
That's hilarious. I gotta get a shot of that. Wow, that's a new one, guys. I was born and bred in the South, but that's a new one for me.
That's new for me, man. Makes me want to move back to Indiana real quick. Let's get out of here. People, I'll tell you this. The difference between the South of Carolina and then you have Indiana up north, people down here don't mind gawking at you. They'll gawk.
Oh, they will, man.
In Indiana, they at least pretend like they don't see you. Like they'll kind of like, they look at you with the peripheral of, the eye. But here, man, they just gawk. Like
you have two kinds of gawkings down here. One is a stare with no intelligence behind it.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one is the redneck stare, which is worse because they're trying to figure out whether or not you have an education.
Yeah.
That boy looks like he has an education.
Yeah.
He looks like he thinks he's better than us.
Get him! Get him, Junior!
We need to teach that boy a lesson.
You won't ever forget the name of Snake. So. Let's just fucking cut it, man.
Why are you making fun of me, man? I'm trying to be a
I don't know.
professional.
Why am I making fun of you? What did we just talk about?
I don't know. But here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for some free t-shirts.
Some like junky little thin t-shirts that when you wash them once they just disintegrate.
They're gonna have nothing but small left or extra large. No, they will be out of extra large. That's for sure.
Let's park in front of the pink Hummer. A pink Hummer, huh?
Yeah,
sounds weird.
That's nice. I wonder if they do a lot of off-roading. It'd be great for the apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, I can see. Would you drive that? Be honest.
In the apocalypse, I would.
A pink Hummer? That'd be a good comedy post-apocalyptic TV show.
Yeah. By the way,
a guy like you driving a pink Hummer.
Right. A guy like me. Was that the funny part? A guy like me. Bastard from a basket.
Drainage.
Sounds like an oil field over there.
Yeah, it does.
All right, guys, there is some swag, but the thing is, I have to spin this wheel to get it. So this is 93.3, The Planet. And they have a selection of stickers, they have some DVDs. I'm going for this UFC DVD or that Blair Witch t-shirt. Wish me luck, guys. Purple.
What if I spin into it?
Spin again and try to hit the purple.
We got
Oh. Nothing for me. Are we gonna speak honestly about this movie?
I mean, we have to, right?
Right. Here's what I'm gonna say. This is my honest opinion, and I want to get some good lighting here. So let's do that. That's sexy. Yeah. My honest opinion is that I don't know, man. You go first.
Okay, first of all, you're making me hold these shitty Blair Witch posters.
Well, that one looks cool, man. It's got that nice Halloween orange.
Yeah, I just want to drop them right here.
No, please don't.
But this was essentially, and this is my summary of the movie. This is a Blair Witch remake with a drone and a GoPro camera.
The first half, it really did feel like they're just remaking this, and it was a chore to watch, in my opinion. I didn't care about the characters.
No.
I didn't care about the story. No. Like in the beginning, it's this guy. He was 4 years old, and his sister went missing in the original, Blair Witch, 1999. But I didn't give a shit about him or his sister or the story that was going on.
No.
And when they get in the woods, yes, I know how they all get separated. I could break all that down, but I'm not going to, because the only point is they wanted to separate them all out. You don't even find out what happens to half the characters, really. I mean, I guess you kind of
They just dissipate into thin air.
I mean, obviously people are going to die. That's not a spoiler.
No.
There was the last 15 minutes. If the if the entire
5 minutes, 5.
I'll say
5.
I'll meet you in the middle and say 10.
Okay.
If the last 10 minutes had been the entire movie, then we would have had a pretty claustrophobic, scary horror movie on our hands.
Had that just been an original concept, that would have been a better movie, but they had to tie in the woods angle. And the thing is, here's the thing with found footage movies. At the end of the day, no matter how good that story is, it's still a found footage movie. Shake that camera. Shake that camera. Okay, you make Schindler's List with that, it's still a shaky cam movie.
Right.
And to watch an hour and a half of that, that's why they're my least favorite types of genre, just found footage POV movies.
Well, also, the original Blair Witch, it made sense because I had a DV camera and an old 16 millimeter film camera, and so the low budget nature of it kind of fed into a realistic, gritty feel. This one is just trying to duplicate that with higher end cameras,
DSLR cameras and GoPros, and then the made up technology of
the Bluetooth camera
that looks better than a $1,400 DSLR camera. But the other thing is, like you just mentioned, the original Blair Witch. The thing about that really sticks out, it's not how it was made, it's the fact that was a little bit pre-internet, pre-IMDb.
Right.
And people, you could buy into the concept, loosely buy into it. Oh, this is real found footage. And you could get behind that. But now this is just a duplicate of something you already know is bullshit and false. And it just feels like something 17 years later just recreated.
They're doing that a lot lately with movies. It's just like, it's not like the shot-by-shot remake of Psycho. They realized that was a failure, but what they realized they could do is make these so-called sequels.
Soft reboot.
Soft reboot, yeah, that's a good way to put it. They're essentially the same movie, except you got a bigger budget, so you can show, I don't want to spoil, but you can show a little bit more in the end.
I want to know what the budget was for this.
We'll look it up. Actually, guys, we're heading back to the movie studio. We're heading back to John's office.
Call it the movie studio. I like that. The movie studio.
We're heading back to the movie studio.
Where no movie has ever been recorded.
But we could take this camera and go out in the woods. If we could get like 4 actors, cobble them together, and go out for a couple of nights in the woods, and I guarantee you we'd make a better movie than what we just watched.
At least when we run away, we would know to hold the camera a little bit more steady. That way we know if we do die and someone finds it, at least they can tell what was happening in the shot.
Yeah. We'll promise to give you, because after I hold this for a while, I'll start to get a palsied hand anyway.
Can I hold it?
So
hold
it. Yeah, you hold that.
Well, the thing about this movie, don't you love how they keep remembering to change the batteries in the camera, but yet they just can't remember to hold the camera still when they're running. Change the batteries, focus everything, but just don't hold the camera still.
There's one thing that really bothered me, and I know this is just but the movie should have been over after 15 minutes when the girl cut her foot. And it was like a deep cut that needed like 20 stitches.
But they just keep walking.
And they just keep going. It's fine.
They're only 20 feet away from the car at that point.
When they wake up and see the little stick figures, and they all freak out. We're getting out of here. We're going home. Yeah. Not when the woman has a serious injury in her foot.
Stick figures, man. Stick figures.
I don't know. All right, I had a few good jump scares. I guess that's about the best I can say.
I just like the naked witch covered in slime running around.
That's a spoiler, man. We're going to have to cut that out.
Nah.
Give me that. All right, guys. Well, the thing is, we're about to go do the podcast where we're going to attempt to talk about this movie. I don't know what more we can say other than what we just said.
We got a few more thoughts.
Yeah, I'll try to remember to put the link down below to the podcast so you guys can check that out. Also, we're now on iTunes. Yay! Clap your hands for.
I can't
because we
shitty
got these
Blair Witch posters.
The posters are cool. The movie, questionable. But anyway, guys, this is the podcast we're doing right now. We're just going to upload the audio to iTunes.
That's all you need.
Why do it over again?
Absolutely.
That'll do her. And thanks for watching. All the links down below. Please give a like to this video if you enjoyed it. And head on over to John Flickster's channel. Yeah. Check him out. Podcast is now on the TheFlickPick channel. For those of you who don't know, I'm Krazy Jason, and thanks for riding along with me on my movie adventure, baby. Woo! Oh my God! Oh, help!